Let's return now to one of our earlier stories, the mysterious sonic attacks in Havana, which have led to a diplomatic row between the US and Cuba. Joining me to discuss this further is Daniel Erikson, a senior associate with the Inter-American Dialogue think tank in Washington and an expert on US-Cuban relationships. Good to see you. Can you just give us a bit of background to these mysterious incidents of illnesses?
Well, yes, it is an extremely mysterious set of cases that's unfolding in Cuba. Essentially, American diplomats have been subject to what appears to be some sort of sonic harassment that began towards the end of last year in November and December, and there have been intermittent cases since then. This has caused a variety of illnesses in the American diplomats. Up to 21 have been affected, and the U.S. government recently decided to pull a majority of its staff out of Havana.
But the US hasn't actually accused Cuba of anything yet, has it? There's been no clear, this is what you're doing and this is what we're going to do about it.
That's correct. The investigation remains ongoing. At this point, the U.S. has not publicly said who or what it believes to be responsible, and it also has not fingered Cuba directly as being somehow a party to these events.
What are some of the theories, though, being spoken about what's behind all of this?
So, I mean, there's a wide range of theories. It's really hard to pinpoint just one. In fact, I don't even think there's agreement at this point on the type of devices that were used. I think that the contradiction that the investigators are struggling with right now is that on the one hand, it doesn't seem likely that Cuba has the motive or the capacity to be involved in these events. But on the other hand, given the political situation in Cuba and the amount of government authority that exists there, it's very hard to believe that the Cubans have no idea whatsoever what's going on. And so right now, the investigators are really trying to get to the bottom of this mystery.
And just finally, how serious a turnaround is this for US-Cuba relations?
I would describe this as a significant setback, but not a fatal one. While it's unfortunate that the two embassies are going to be dramatically downsized, in both cases it seems about 60% of the staff in each embassy will be asked to go back to their country of origin. At the same time, the U.S. does retain diplomatic relations with Cuba. There's a wide variety of flights and travel back and forth between the United States and Cuba that has not been affected yet. And so while I think this is certainly a setback at the governmental level, the broader U.S.-Cuban relationship has not been affected, although there may be repercussions still to be seen.
I'm interested in the link between hearing strange, high-pitched noises and illness. Has there been any discussion in the US media or any experts talking about what the linkage is here?
There has been discussion in the U.S. media. There's been, a variety of experts who have been interviewed. In what I have read, I have not seen really agreement on this. That there does seem to be some cases of sound or sonic events that can impact hearing and other kind of sensory capabilities of individuals. But at the same time, it's very hard to kind of deliver this in a very targeted manner, which seems to have happened in these cases in Cuba. So I would say that while there have been a variety of experts in sound and health issues who've looked at this, from the outside experts, and many of these obviously are not directly involved in the case, there doesn't seem to be a clear consensus on what this could have been.
Mysterious indeed. Thank you so much. That's Daniel Erikson live from Washington.